Okay, welcome YouTube to the EverGreenCoin Community Meeting Hangout, August 26th, 2017. Um, on the call we have Bo, Mark, Frosty, uh, Tiger Joe. We also have Kawa. I can't pronounce that name, but he's I believe in India. I'm not sure of that though, honestly. And myself here. Hi. Um, let's see. What can we talk about today? Okay, the price pumped earlier this week. It's been an eventful week because of that, of course. Another eventful week because of that, of course. So that was interesting to see happen. Let's see, and we're gonna be we have a couple competitions that we're probably gonna draw to close today. Um, I don't know, Joe. Have you I saw some of the garden pictures posted on Facebook. Were those all the submissions that you had got? The ones that were posted on the event?
Yeah, I think we have four. Pretty sure we have four.
All right, I'll bring that up for. Or are you were you thinking we'd go ahead and select the winner today, Joe?
Yeah, we could.
Okay, okay.
Find them all.
Oh, and sorry, YouTube. I had the screen capture off. My apologies. So you're just seeing on the recording. They're just seeing us
Who
now. I
cares?
apologize for that. Uh,
Are we recording?
well,
The
yes, we
NSA
are.
is also looking in.
Yeah, we're recording. Yes, I started the recording. Yeah, I went ahead and started it. Yes.
I'll go anonymous. Whoa. NSA, screw you.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Did somebody say bomb? Terrorist. Allahu Akbar.
Wait. Wait.
Sorry, people.
Don't get any of our
Okay.
viewers scared or anything. He's no terrorist.
Yeah, right, Frosty. Bomb, terrorist, Allahu Akbar. Oh, that was kawaii.
Oh, and I'm looking at the pictures here. Let me share my screen. I apologize. One sec. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the event that Joe had made on Facebook here for the garden competition. And let's see. This Catherine, she's in Australia, actually, so that's interesting. And I guess these are some native flowers in Australia, which they don't really look familiar.
Ah, that's not tomato.
What?
That's not tomato.
No, it's not a tomato.
That's wattle.
Yeah, wattle. Yeah, she says it's
That's a
wattle.
tomato?
No, it's not a tomato.
Oh? I don't think it looks like tomato. You?
Wadle.
Yeah, wattle.
Not tomato, wadle.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay? Yeah, it's wattle, which I guess is a native plant in Australia, but I don't recognize it at all. I mean, the leaves on it look kind of interesting. But
No.
anyway, yeah. So and let's see, this Heather lady, she's got some crazy looking flower of some sort being visited by a bee. A little bee is pollinating or whatever there. Kind of cool. I'm not sure where she's at. Where's...
No, she was somewhere in the
It's
United States.
What do you
I
say?
think in Asia.
Asia?
Was it Asia?
No, echinacea, purple
Oh.
coneflower.
Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's just identifying the plant, not where she was.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where she lives. Not that it matters, I guess, so much, but I'm just curious. Since we're all talking about her and looking at her Facebook profile, stalking her.
You're right. What? No places, no workplace, nothing, no relation. Okay.
Well, be that as it may, I mean, we can get in contact with her on Facebook for sure. And let's see. Oh, and she submitted another picture too.
Yeah.
It's the achievement. It's very true what she says. No bees, no flowers.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did like that comment. That was a good comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, bats are
Yeah.
pollinators. Do you know bats are pollinators?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I didn't know. I learned that a few years ago. I didn't realize that bats.
They look like sunflowers.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But I think
Yeah,
I think
sunflowers.
she's pointing out the bee. There must be bees in this picture somewhere.
No.
No, I don't see one. Maybe not. Okay. Anyway, were those the only submissions we had, Joe?
No.
Oh, we had Joe's corn. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pass up Joe's corn.
I got that one. We have Joe. Joe posted something. I can't find that one. Let me share my screen real quick.
Oh, he had posted something.
And we have
But he had posted.
Finbar Cronin. This one right here.
Wait, are you sharing screen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's still loading for me. Thank you.
You see that one right there?
Yeah, that's neat. What the heck is it?
Not sure.
Where's this
A
person from?
sprout from a spider grass plant.
Oh, wow. Where's this person? Do you know? Any idea?
Finbar Cronin. I've heard of him before in the around the crypto world, but I'm not sure exactly who he is or where he's from.
Yeah, it's amazing when you see a plant from, a different area. I mean, like the first time I went out west to Arizona and stuff, all the cacti and all that, that was like a different world for me. You know what I mean? So it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing the variety. I mean, even,
Let's see if I can.
even today, right now, we see a plant that we can't easily identify or whatever, so and we're probably a green thumbed group, so
Yeah. Here we go right here. This is Joe.
yeah, new Joe.
Joseph.
Yeah.
Oh, from the Harton brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the. Yes, they are. Am I correct?
Yeah. Let's see. Those were pumpkins, aren't they?
Yeah. Look
I've
like
been meaning to tell. I've been meaning to tell
pumpkin.
him. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell him, and maybe one of us should tell him. I don't think them are gonna grow hanging from a fence. I think the weight's gonna make them fall. Their own weight's gonna.
No, they're very pumpkin vines are very tough. Like
Yeah. Okay.
They
Okay.
will-
Well, I mean,
they will grow.
yeah. I
They
mean,
will grow up trees and still be hanging.
Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. I mean, we have lots of lots of pumpkins growing, and I mean, I've grown tons, but I've never grown them hanging like that. You know, they've always just been
Yeah,
sitting on the ground or something.
that's funny. I like that. That's it's if it goes out right, it's gonna look like a bunch of big, huge Christmas balls on the dang fence.
Yeah, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Wow, but I didn't think that they would grow like that. You know, I figured their own weight would rip them down. But that's interesting.
Do I
Yeah,
get
they're tough.
do I get credits for this one?
What's that, Mark? You got something?
Yeah, do I get credits for this one? That's an orchid.
Get credit for which one? Are you trying to share something?
No, just funny.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's my orchid, all right. To the left, I'm gonna put the caravan off grid.
You're correct, though, man. That's what a lot of people did back in the days. Is they planted them on fences so keep the insects and stuff off of them, keep the pumpkins off the ground.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was Frosty.
Yeah, we got like 30 out here.
What?
We have about 30 out here, but yeah, I never grown them on the hanging off the ground. I always grown them on the ground. I just turn them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. You can't do watermelons like that, but you can do pumpkins like that.
Oh, cool. I did not know. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, and like Frosty's saying, yeah, keep the insects and everything, and when they are sitting on the ground, like Bo's saying, you gotta move them so they don't just sit there and rot on one side. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool way to do it. Yeah.
So which one are y'all feeling?
Well,
Yeah.
I
I
like
mean,
the
I
purple
thought,
flower.
The one I prefer is the one with the bee.
yeah, I think
I do
so.
too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
We're all in agreement on that one.
Yeah.
Seems like
What do
it.
you think, Holman? Yep, he's got one for the B.
Frosty also.
Everybody went for the B.
Yeah.
It's unanimous. Unanimous.
Yeah. So, I guess Steven, you want to get in, message her and.
Yeah, I'll get in contact with her today. Yep. Sure will.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
I'll put a congratulations and state the winner on there later, and unless you or Steven want to.
Yeah.
Keep the sunglasses on.
So we did have 5. Yay!
Hey, cool, man.
Okay. So it was Heather, right?
Yeah, that was Heather.
Yeah.
Heather Frolic.
Awesome. Yeah, those are crazy flowers. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, it's not especially the power. The flowers also nice, but the idea behind it,
Yeah. Right.
no
Yeah.
bees, no flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that comment got me. Really, I was like, damn, this good.
Yeah, right.
Maybe later on in a year, we'll get towards the end of the year, maybe I'll do a Christmas tree contest.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, we got to do something for. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
See everybody's Christmas tree, whether it's real or fake.
As long as it got lights and balls in it.
Yeah, let's see how you decorate. Evergreen Christmas tree, right?
Gonna decorate a fruity tree.
Right. Okay. So, and let's see. Okay, we got the design competition. What do we all want to do about that? I haven't received more submissions in the 2 weeks that we extended it or whatever. So we still have, let's see, the same one.
I reached out to that guy.
Which guy?
The one that Joe hooked me up with, the guy that's making that made designs for him,
The
and he was supposed to get me. I sent him all the stuff for the design I wanted, but I think he's in the middle of the hurricane right now, so we might not hear from him.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is that the
I
Hugo?
think they had evacuation on certain parts of that area, and yeah, that I'm still trying to figure out on that because I'm supposed to go to that area
Oh, in the
Sunday.
near
I'm supposed to
future,
be on bus,
right?
Oh man.
so I don't know if I'm gonna have to cancel my trip down there or not. But I've been trying to contact him too, and he still hasn't clarified himself safe from the hurricane yet. So I'm kind of like a little freaking out about that.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's next weekend. You're supposed to go down there, or next week, or
No, I was supposed to leave on Sunday.
oh
And I might not be able to get through all the
yeah,
aftermath of what that hurricane's
right,
causing right.
right. Dang man. If it's not one thing,
So
it's another.
I'll be contacting everybody and I'll find out. I'll figure out later, like before Sunday night. I'll figure out what's going to happen. Maybe I can get in contact with him. I just hope he's okay because I know he's like right there.
Yeah, right, right. Okay, well on that note, we're gonna go ahead and just give that more time then.
Okay.
We'll just leave that I guess open ended for a week or two while he gets things sorted out because obviously that
Oh yeah.
might have caused some delay.
By the way,
Oh yeah.
By the way, what are you doing, Mark? Sorry, my camera you weren't loaded yet. Oh,
you know
nice
that
shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shirt.
one?
Nice.
That is a limited edition.
Yep, yep. It's not very limited. I have like 100 of them sitting in a pile over here.
Yeah, yeah. All black.
All black ones, yeah. So yours is
Yeah.
yours is limited actually. So in that regard, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There you go.
It's great.
I guess I'm going to make a post in your forum. I don't know what section to put it in yet, but if people are looking for certain items they want that they will be willing to buy for EverGreenCoin, I want a list of whatever it is so I can possibly look for it in the auctions forum.
Oh. Okay, okay. Huh.
Yeah, I'm loaded up right now, but yeah.
I saw you posting on Facebook that you
Got about 20 boxes full of NASCAR stuff, cars, truck, everything. Yeah, I went crazy.
nice.
I think, because I don't know exactly what people will be willing to pay for EverGreenCoin. Maybe there's certain things that people are looking for that they can't find in their area, and I might be able to find here and
Right.
post it for EverGreenCoin.
Right, right. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Yeah.
So
Yeah, Mike DiCarlo's really into that NASCAR stuff, so that might be a market for you. Him.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
oh yeah, I gotta talk to him because oh my gosh, I got so much. I seriously overdid it, and everything's from the 1990s.
So what, like
So
a garage sale type thing you went
it was
to?
huh?
Was it like a garage sale you invaded?
No, it was an auction.
Oh,
I
okay.
invaded.
I see.
I won 27 lots plus the car.
Oh yeah, I saw you got the
And
car
guess
too.
what?
Yeah,
The first thing,
congratulations. Yeah, congratulations
Yeah.
on the car. Yeah.
Guess what the first decal is going to be? It's going to be
All right.
Evergreen Coin symbol on the back.
Nice. Nice. Awesome.
I got a company that charged me $20 to print it out, so
Hmm.
we'll order it from them when I get back in town if I do leave town.
So yeah, it's the Toyota 4Runner. So
But I must say,
Yep.
I still find it a strange combination: evergreen coin and car racing.
Oh yeah.
It's a strange
It's mostly like a. You think of car racing as like a form of advertisement.
Yeah, for me, it's a form of polluting the whole environment.
well,
Yeah, true. But you know they are coming out with a fuel-free racing now, so I mean,
Yeah, Formula E.
yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Right, that would be a good one.
Yeah,
There was even a race in New York City, I think,
oh wow.
Formula E
I
in
didn't
the
know.
city.
and we need to find out when the next across the desert race is happening because they do the colleges come together and they build the solar cars and they race across the desert.
Oh yeah, right, something like that.
And see if we can get an Evergreen Coin symbol on one of them vehicles.
Yeah, solar-driven dune buggies.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that race. They had a fire truck one year. Solar powered fire truck.
Oh yeah, right, Frosty. Formula E, it's called.
Yeah, Formula E, yeah.
Yeah, that's coming on strong.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Joe, that's I believe the Great American Solar Car Challenge or something that the universities take part in or whatever. And I know some of the engineers involved with the University of Michigan's solar car. So that might not be too far fetched for Evergreen Coin to be involved with that in the future.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, that'd be some
Oh,
great.
you got me. Mr. Pawan.
That's our type of racing, right, Mark? That's our type of racing, right, Mark?
Hi, Pawan.
Hi, Pawan. Welcome.
Welcome.
I feel bad. I can't pronounce any of these names.
Yeah, for sure, Frosty.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
don't know about an Evergreen Coin vehicle, but maybe a sticker on a vehicle might be more. The vehicle itself,
Like sponsor,
that's
like
big
help
money.
sponsor somebody or something.
Yeah, yeah. Even to get a gold sponsorship is a large amount of money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying that I know they spend a lot of money on those cars.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do. I wish I was smart enough to build one.
There's a lot going on in them things, man. Carbon fiber parts, and it's crazy.
Fundraiser, crowdfunding.
What's that, Mark?
I say now Frosty said fundraiser. I say that fundraiser, crowdfunding, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, we'd have
What I do?
we'd have to crowdfund like millions of dollars to get one of the cars actually an Evergreen car.
It's very expensive.
Yeah. But I mean, we can get we can get a sticker on them or something, maybe, or that's more realistic. I mean,
That can be done.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can have one of them solar cars stake in Evergreen Coin while it's racing across America.
It's not as expensive as I thought.
It's a car racing based
Oh.
car.
What are you looking at, Bo?
Evergreen.
$300, $400. Hmm.
3 is per 12-inch square.
Oh.
Oh, we're talking.
Just-
I'm not sure if you're looking at if we're talking about the same thing. We're talking about solar
Electric
cars.
car.
I know I get that, but I was thinking just NASCAR in general.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Not too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much Dogecoin paid for to have their car.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, I understand
You
your
know, the
point.
Air Force has they have a jet fighter that's methane. It flies Mach 6. It's called the Aurora.
Really?
Oh,
Wow.
Hopefully, we can get some of that technology soon.
fuel cells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm now trying to get off grid, so for me it's all solar power. No gasoline.
Yep.
Nope.
सब विदेशी तो है ही है
Hi, Frosty.
तो
That's the past. The future is solar.
Yep, renewable of some sort, right?
And the future for us would be the solar staker.
Yeah.
एक कॉइन का फाउंडर है कॉइन तो हजारों कॉइन है
I think I can hear Mr. Pawan. I believe it
Yeah.
is.
Talking.
Yeah.
So what are we moving to for the staker? Are you going with a pine or are you going with something else?
At this point, we're giving Chip more time to make their next generation one.
Decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully they release some details soon.
Next generation ship?
Yeah, they stopped production of the one that we had been testing with. They stopped production of that, so getting 50 of them or more or anything like or one at this point is difficult. Well, we can't get them right now, so we're waiting for them to start making their next generation one.
Yeah, I understand.
And UK Mike thinks that's the best thing to be doing right now anyway, so that's fine. We got hardware and software we can be working on. Well, chip won't cost us years of waiting, but
yeah, that could be the case. Frosty. Would be good if we could stay in front of the herd.
What are some good?
Go ahead.
What are some good options if we had a switch?
I'm sorry, what's that, Joe?
What are some good options if we had the switch?
There's really no good option because of many reasons. I mean, even the Raspberry devices, when you
The newer ones.
I think he's talking about. I think the discussion was about the Pi 3, I believe. Even with them, you have they're not very consistent as far as production. They have their own production problems with their devices too.
Okay.
and obviously that's something we need to be concerned about, especially if we mass produce. If we get 50 of them and 25 of them are different, use different memory or something, it could be a problem. Their documentation isn't as
And
robust with
the
chip.
pines are too powerful, too much power.
Well, yeah, and there's many devices out there like the Pine 64, but the Pine does have a smaller device, but uh, that would be overkill for the application, for what we're trying to do anyway. Uh, you definitely wouldn't set a laptop running out in your front yard hooked to a solar panel just to stake EverGreenCoin. You know, so
Yeah.
we don't need and obviously that adds to the cost, which translates to less EverGreenCoin being able to be purchased to stake on the device. Um, but yeah, the and like the Raspberry Pi 3, those devices, we don't need this thing to play movies or anything like that. We need it just to stake EverGreenCoin.
One task.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, that's not really an easy. Okay, yeah, I understand your point, Frosty, but then you're talking about the time to make two different devices. You're talking about the time to make. Everyone working on this is volunteering their time, so time's kind of limited on it, and making two different devices, probably wouldn't help that timeline very very much at all. I mean, trust me. If anyone understands, it's me who understands the frustration with the getting things from the chip manufacturer. I mean, I've had to send things back to China to get replaced and all kinds of fun things with them. I've had to talk to upstream software developers to get drivers fixed. But at least that documentation exists for the chip so that we can do things like that. With some of the other devices, that documentation does not exist, so we would be flying blind with a lot of these other devices. Even though they might have a more popular name, it seems like it's on the tip of everyone's tongue, but
My only solution, I'm also talking about what Frosty just said, would be to have just an Android TV stick. That's a complete computer. Okay, they can be bought cheap, especially if you order more than one. You can even print an Evergreen logo on it.
Okay, but what Android device?
I think we already have a.
What device are you talking
Sorry,
about, Mark?
An Android TV stick. Android TV stick.
Oh, a TV stick. Oh.
You could always upgrade it, because I don't think the program will be that much different if they upgrade Android.
Right. Well, I mean, with the Android device, we're gonna run into the same situations we've run into with the Android wallet. Of not, if we will need the device rooted and these things to get access to where it wants to store the files. That could be a whole.
Yeah, I see that. Listen, I say that because Android is in fact Linux.
right?
Uh, you can even install Linux on it. Yeah, you know it. You can just install Linux on it and let Linux just run what we want it to run.
Yeah, right. I understand your point. Um,
I don't know if it's technical possible. That's the other side.
yeah, right. I mean, we gotta, it's like for these TV sticks you mentioned. We'd have to have drivers for the Wi-Fi and all these things that if we've installed a different distribution, a Debian or something on it, uh, or Ubuntu or whatever, I don't know. Um, we would have to get those drivers for it too, which
Depends
maybe
on
I mean, some of those drivers could be specific for the Android on the like TV stick or whatever Android device, but we'll use the TV stick for example. Um, so I'm not sure. That could be a whole host of its own problems.
I think is that it will tackle the problem that Frosty just maybe a ship after a half year going on the project. And then if you got an Android TV stick and you alternative.
Okay, well, I don't have a TV stick. I mean, so I'm not sure exactly what limitations or what concerns we might have with a TV stick itself.
I agree though. But that would be, let's say, a somewhat quick solution to the problem we are now facing. And that's not the how do you say, the research and the development. But that's more, yeah, a kind of further around what we went. Yeah, right. That's what I am thinking. It's a solution.
Yeah, but I mean,
what
I don't think you guys are I don't think you guys are seeing. I mean, we would need different solar panels, different regulators, different battery. I mean, we would.
No, the Android stick is also 5-volt. I don't know exactly. It's like 10 watts, 2 ampere. It's the same as the chip we now.
I imagine it might be very comparable.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but it's not exactly the same. So I mean, we would ultimately end up be making two solar stakers. I mean, I've talked to, and I understand your sentiment, and I've been ready to purchase the devices for what you guys are proposing, where we just make some solar stakers on uh, Raspberry or a Zero or whatever device they have. But in talks with the community, specifically UK Mike, he does feel that.
Yeah, you know why I'm saying this, Stephen? I would like to explain a bit. The whole project is now ongoing, in my view, for too long. By the way, yeah, I'm okay. I'm talking in we. By the way, we have developed it. It is how do you say? Too late. What I'm also witnessing now, I don't know how it is in the US, but here over in the Netherlands, that's a revival of interest for cryptocurrency. I see that on Facebook. I hear from France. Suddenly they got something like yeah, like a gold rush. Huh? Oh, I can make money. Oh, I can be a millionaire. I can have my own Lambo. Bullshit, like we talked years ago. But okay, huh? It's a revival of interest, and I think it would be best to if you could hook into that revival.
Yes, I understand. I understand your concern with the timeline on it. Yep.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean. The timeline.
Well, I mean, if we just cut corners just to spit out something as fast as we can, we're gonna have a hell of a time supporting it because that's gonna fall back on us. Uh, Me and UK Mike
It's a
specifically.
bit of a workaround.
I'm sorry, what? What's that, Mark?
I say it's like Frosty said, it's a kind of workaround to have a working solar staker as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Because
but
if I
if we cut corners and use a device that really isn't really something that can be expected to run by solar consistently.
an Android TV stick can work with a good battery. Okay, a good set of solar panels, but solar panels are at the moment are very cheap. That's a fact. They are so cheap. I can have a whole system at for the off-grid purpose I'm planning. That's a whole solar set. That includes, how do you say, yeah, another part that's between the whole set for about €400, and that should be sufficient for everything I do in the caravan. Not only light, but also the rest. If you have the good battery pack.
Right, right.
And at the moment, the best battery pack I can think of is 18650. Same as Tesla uses. That's a fact.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have discussed it. Look, I mean, I have discussed in length, um, trying a different device. Um, I don't have a different device. First off, so right off the bat, we are talking about. I mean, you guys are wanting it to hurry up, and right off the bat, we're talking about setting it back to a different device. Um,
I'm not
and
hurrying
getting
up anything,
no, and
Stephen.
I no,
But
I
you
understand.
must
I
admit
understand.
once, I think. We are now what is it, 1.5 years further, and there's still no working version. Nothing.
Now that well, there is working versions. I have one running solar right now.
Yeah, why not put it on the market then? What's holding you back? Let me say that if I go into a coin, uh, let's say you step into a coin, and after 1.5 years they even don't have no device what promised that, you go like, yeah, fuck you, I get another project. Yeah, that's just an observation I have.
Okay, well
I'm not complaining or something.
the foundation coins are staked via solar, via chip. The faucet payments are sent daily via solar, via chip. That is, and it is a beta solar staker. Why don't I just make a bunch? Why
Yeah,
don't
it's
I
bad.
just spit out a bunch of them? because I'd have to get the money to buy a bunch of them. Is obviously a the batteries I'm using right now. I don't think are the optimal battery to use, and I'm not sure about shipping these batteries I'm using. If shipping them internationally would even be an option. I don't believe it would be. From information I've received about these batteries specifically.
Yeah, the battery is also very important, but that's something you know, right?
What is this, Bo?
It's just a cheap phone. It's a $30 phone. I mean, I don't know if it'll work. I mean, just some ideas. I mean,
Yeah. May look around here. I give you the URL. Bitcoin.com. They got an awful lot of Android devices and whatever, mini computers. The URL says it all. Bitcoin.
Yeah, and see, but I mean, there's things. Bo, you're not considering. Does this cheap phone does it give us the battery monitoring that we need to shut down?
I don't know. I'm just putting some ideas out there.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
smart
understand.
guys that know the solar stuff would have to look at it.
Right. No, I understand that. I guess I'm thinking out loud about the things that would have to be considered is can it monitor solar? Can it monitor the battery to the point where we can shut down EverGreenCoin when it needs to shut down? But I mean, I don't know if so $30 for this, and we got the
Yeah,
we got the
same with
Android.
Android stick. You can put Linux in it. The core is Linux.
Right. Okay.
And I don't know Mike from UK.
Yeah.
But I think Linux is okay for him.
Oh yes, and yes, everything. I mean, everything we're doing on chip is in Linux and Debian.
Yeah, right. So you got your device with Linux. I don't know technical if the components are okay for it. That is out of my league.
Yeah, and it's a bit on my league too. So I mean, UK Mike probably would be the best one to be fielding these questions. So I'm trying to do the best I can, given what things he's told me. And I mean,
Yeah,
and I do understand everyone's concern, and it has been voiced, and weeks ago, I was in a similar mood towards it, where I was just gonna go and buy some Pine devices. And UK Mike did advise me not to go that route. So
yeah.
I'm sure I'm sure UK Mike, when he sees this, I'm sure he'll have some better elaboration than what I can give you. But I believe that will be his son.
So I'm going to send a link to you. I want you to have them check out too. It might be helpful.
Oh, that's also Android 7.1. Whoa. God, Android 6. $27. Free shipping. And that's 1G AG. Yeah, I don't know. But then you got your small device.
Yeah, so this is 11 watt, and and there's
Yeah, that,
will we be able to get this
different.
device is a big question too.
Yeah.
That seems to
Just
be
under put in your
be
notes, just
yeah,
more
no,
options for you.
right, no,
Oh, Joe.
and I appreciate that, but I'm just saying, I know these things are things that UK Mike would be saying to me right now, so I'm just stating them in his absence, basically. I can't, but
Yeah.
I lack the technical experience to back it up with anything, especially on the electronics front. Um,
Say about $360. No.
yeah, yeah. So I don't, we've gone from. I mean, I did, we have said we wanted to do this for under $100. Um,
Right.
with the chip, that is going to be easily achievable, even with a nice battery and nice panels, or high
Right.
efficient panels and batteries. Um,
I think that's expensive, yeah.
Yeah, that's expensive.
and I
I
mean,
didn't see that price.
we don't need a touchscreen display, or even for that matter, we don't need a keyboard and a mouse. I mean, going by what we're our application, what we're trying to make. Just something that stakes EverGreenCoin. You can access it via your web browser. You don't need a console or anything like that, a keyboard and a mouse. And think about it. If these things are
Mm-hmm.
placed, if people place these things outside, are you going to want to put a 10.4-inch LCD screen out sitting in your front yard? I mean,
No.
the Hangout
No.
last week or the week before, security of the device was brought up about the physical security about placing it outside. So, uh,
Better not.
we do have to consider that, obviously, but we can't solve the world's crime problem, and that's not the that's not the objective of the solar staker neither. But it is a valid point that Chicago was bringing up a week or two ago, I believe. So there's, I guess, many considerations, and once again, and I know I do keep saying this, but the chip device really does fit the application like a glove, in all regards, really. So catching up on the group chat here.
Yeah, we gotta think cheap.
Well,
And
I mean, it's not that we're thinking cheap. We're thinking it's more like we're
below
thinking.
$100.
Affordable for anybody to get.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
I mean that is a concern, but it's not that we're not cutting corners. We're just buying the things we're gonna actually need and use. If you have a
Yeah, right.
phone, if
I'm
you have
not
a phone,
talking about cheap build or something.
yeah, I mean the phone, using the phone would be great because it would, if you had cellular service on it, blah blah blah, that would make configuring the Wi-Fi, the initial configuration of the person's Wi-Fi, that would make that a lot easier for us. I mean, there's great things, but then again, that monthly service has to be paid for too. So that wouldn't be that probably wouldn't be our best option. I mean, I guess given how much that would cost every month, I don't think anyone wants a recurring bill with their solar staker.
Nope.
No, about this, what if you didn't have to have that service? What if you can just connect to your Wi-Fi from the phone?
Right. And see on your phone the monitoring.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's smartphone time. Look at the kids nowadays. They even don't use PCs. They use smartphones.
Right. Yeah, yeah, but I mean, and I guess I'm not ruling out the possibility or the consideration by any means. Um, but there would be a lot of things. I mean, I guess right off the bat, there's a lot of reasons why it does not fit the application like a glove. I mean, are you gonna set this phone device outside?
Well, see, that's a good thing about a phone. That's what I was telling you last week. Good thing about a phone is if you log into Google on your phone, it automatically checks your phone.
Not if you turn it off the cellular.
Well, if you turn off the cellular, but you can still lock it.
I mean, we're talking about that's what Bo's saying in the group chat is to turn off the cellular, so we're not worrying about the cell when we're just using Wi-Fi. So if someone steals your phone and gets out of Wi-Fi range with it, the tracking is defeated.
Yeah, true.
That are the ones to look for custom OS or whatever technical things you have. XDA developers. That's why I always got my custom OS. And they are working for a longer time now. But it's for years and years. It's a forum.
Okay.
And that's very technical stuff.
And what do we need our own operating system for?
For a custom OS. But if you got Linux on it, I mean, if you buy an Android device and you put Linux on it, you got a Linux device, right?
What did you use the custom OS for, Mark?
I used them. I had a time with how do you say like my name says, gift freak. I was a gadget freak, and I had I don't know many Android devices from China, telephones from China, and that's where I used the custom OS for. Because development from the factory in China is always lacking, or was always lacking. I don't know about now, but most companies there make a product, put it on the market, and that's it. No further development, nothing.
Right.
Yeah, and then you have to get custom your OS, right? I don't know, but I think if you put Linux on an Android device, okay, you got Linux. And with Linux, yeah, you can go all the way. As long as the technical specifications are right. And number one in the technical specifications for me is does the battery supply enough electricity?
Right.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Certainly for a solar application, we need to.
If you got like a small device, you got like, I don't know, 10 watts max. So that would be that is 5 volts to ampere. And I think it's about the same you get with the chip or with a pine or with a Pi Or
Right, right.
or am I wrong?
I think the chip's closer to 5 watts. The device we were just looking at, um, wasn't it 13 watts? I believe. Oh, 11 watt.
Yeah, 2 to 6 watts. Yeah, what are we talking about?
Yeah, 8 watt consistently, and then
I talk
and
about
then
a phone, but a phone is the same as a TV stick to me, only without a display.
yeah, and that display uses a lot of power, you know. So and that's
Right.
the
Turn off
display
screen
the
as well as sound
display
really good.
you know
Yeah.
the display itself is a great cost that and has its own concerns. You know, is it going to be okay sitting out in the sun forever?
Right. Don't see
Uh,
it.
right. And the
Yeah.
the
And
display cost, that's a great cost, and if it can't be if it can't be relied on to be sitting out in the sun, how's someone going to get their evergreen coin off of it when the display decides to stop working? Because I'll end up having to support that.
mhm. But I think yeah, but it's just a bit of brainstorming. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
think
sure.
it would be also for future development. It would be best if the monitoring can be done from a smartphone.
Well, and it will be able to as long as your smartphone has a web browser.
They all have. They all have.
Right. So right out of the box,
You can
so
even
right
you
out of the
can even
box, you'll have monitoring on your cell phone, so long as you're attached to the
yeah.
same
And if
network.
you got listen, if you got the program to run on a PC or Linux, whatever, you can easily transfer that into to an app. There are even programs that make an app just from a site for free, native. Yeah, for me, smartphones is the future. The next generation, they won't be using PCs like we now do with a mouse or with a display and a keyboard. No, they use smartphones.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. By the time it would be a go from beta to public to the official launch. I think by that time it's old already.
Yeah.
Uh, because Technic is going so how do you say so hot so fast.
Yeah.
It's like the chip. No ship is the one. I don't know, but I'm just saying. But in a year, yeah, maybe nobody knows about what chip was.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, I'm sure UK Mike will have an opinion about this entire discussion, and I'll be sure to ask him to chime in on all
Yeah,
that for us.
but that's enough about the solar sticker. But like I say, that there's a revival. I don't know if it's also there in the States, but here there's a revival and interest in cryptocurrency. That's
Yeah.
something I witness, and I have something like, come on, let's surf that wave.
Right. Yeah. Well, anytime Bitcoin gets a new high, then obviously there's a whole uh, new gamut of publicity coming from that. Uh,
For me, it feels like a revival.
awesome.
More and more people are looking, and that's even now here. People are selling houses for Bitcoin.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah, there's a new revival going on in interest.
cool. Cool.
And if you look at the moment, I don't know. I'm also following it a bit, but at the moment there are so many ICOs, so many new coins popping up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I think it would be best to surf that wave. Why not? New interest, new blood.
Yeah.
And especially by the generation, they call them here generation backseat.
Backseat?
That are the children that are brought to school, that are brought back, that are get from the discotheque. Papi and mommy are playing taxi. Generation backseat.
Never heard that expression.
No, I also, but when I hear it, I immediately got an image with it. Oh yeah, that generation. Yeah, but that's all I want to say about Solar Staker.
Yeah.
What I witness is also, and that's what I feel also, it's taking too long.
Yeah, because you're coming from the perspective of buying a stick, buying a solar panel, or buying a solar battery pack and plugging it in and turning it on and saying, look, EverGreenCoin, I can do it. Why can't you? We're making something. We're not just buying. We're not just buying without cost in regard. We're not just we're not buying a pie and making a pie run solar. We're not. That's not what we're doing. We're making something that will.
No,
we're making a device that will stake EverGreenCoin via solar power.
I understand, but I'm not only talking for myself, Steven. I'm talking for the masses, especially the masses that go into cryptocurrency for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
What do they expect? Well, they expect development and they expect to have the things as quick as possible and as easy as possible. They are not interested in waiting another year for a staker to come out or something. No, they don't.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with what they do expect. I do understand they expect people to be able to work endlessly and donate all their time and don't need to eat food and don't need to do all these other things in their life. I understand.
Yeah, right.
I do understand people's expectations are very high. Yes.
Yeah, but what I want to say is not that that you have to go all the way with the expectations. I think we all far beyond that point. Right.
Well, and there's there's been, like I say, there's been a lot of hurdles. Getting specific hardware drivers that we needed for running the memory in a fashion that would not crash.
Yeah, but average Joe is not interested in it.
And those are all hurdles we're gonna reface if we switch to a different device.
Yeah.
I mean, if we switch to a different device, it's gonna have.
Bo understands, but does the majority understand? No, they don't.
Right.
They just want some device, no matter what, that makes them money. Point.
Exactly. Right. They just want me to pump up the coin so they can hurry up and dump the coin. I know.
Yeah, right. That's what they want.
Yeah, but I mean, in regards to the Solar Staker, it is a very complicated project. The electrical understanding is not complete on my part specifically, so I have had to go out to the community to get a lot of that help. They have been helping, donating once again, donating their time too, to move it forward, and we are doing it in the fastest way we possibly can. I mean, everyone knows it is well documented. Also, the problems I've had with other people trying to help me on it, and people not returning components when I buy them components to use, and all the problems that I ran into with people trying to help me. So obviously, I'm very pleased to have UK Mike uh, helping out.
Yeah, that's a problem, man. I understand you, Stephen. Bo understands you. Joe understands you. Frosty understands you. But that's not the majority.
Yeah, and okay, so I'm catching up on the chat here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
And to avoid the time to okay, Frosty says to avoid the time donation, we could do some fundraising. But I'm not sure that that's the answer. I mean, I can't say, "Hey, UK Mike, drop your life. I got $1,000 for you." Uh, he has a family. He has his own life. He has his obligations. He has work. He has to make income, steady income. He can't rely on me paying him to freelance for 2 months on the Solar Staker. And and I think he does feel that the time is worth it, but that doesn't mean that his time is endless either. He has things in his life he has to commit time to too. So
we all have our real life.
And we all do, exactly. No one's being paid to be here right now. No one's being paid to or anything like that. So
that's hobby.
But I mean, if someone's willing to pay UK Mike enough money for a year's salary or something to get him to not need to worry about the rest of his life, that'd be awesome.
He would say, "Yeah, come on, gimme." But that's mere a fairy tale.
Yeah. So I mean, we're doing the best we possibly can, and if
I know.
And through that year and a half, Mark, you mentioned a year and a half. Priorities have changed greatly during that time. Not to say the Solar Staker is not a priority, but when more urgent things come about, priorities have to shift, and for example, network issues. I can't be spending my time working on the Solar Staker when there's network issues, or when someone's when someone makes a support ticket. I can't tell that person, well, wait a month. I'm working on the Solar Staker right now. So.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
My priority has also changed. Why I got into EverGreenCoin was one, because I saw it was a project that prospered and that had a different view, like Gaby with his balloon. I myself had big expectations about it.
Right.
It's something, wow, first cryptocurrency going into space.
Right. And that's another example of a priority that did shift, because we were working on the Solar Staker then. But then that opportunity
came. I saw the solar miner. It was called miner by that. I thought, hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Use the solar power to to have a miner working.
Right.
Okay, a staker is also right. Now my priority is not at all with the technique, and my priority is now with nature.
Right.
Like fruit trees and fruit gardens and whatever. I all love it.
Yeah. The stuff that's important to keeping you alive. Right.
Right. Yeah. And you are right. That's a big difference from 1.5 years ago. I think that also counts for you.
Yeah. Right. Okay, and so Frosty says here in the group chat, the Android solution.
Yeah, that's because we got the Android wallet. Okay, like the monitoring, I don't know. Oh, that could be accomplished. But it would be a much easier way to go. I mean, like now we are developing, developing something.
Right. I mean, it might be the easier way to go as far as we have something faster, but it might not be the easiest way to go in regards to cost. It might not be the easiest way to go in regards to supporting it. It might not be the easiest way to go in regards to something sitting in someone's front yard or by a windowsill. I think I just saw you mention something about leaving them inside. You do lose a lot of solar energy through panes of glass.
Window?
Yeah, through a window, right? Yeah, you'd be.
Yeah, my experience is good with it.
Yeah.
I once showed you the solar panels I got, and they are I still got them working. One on the back window, one on the front window. Midday I changed them because you now got like new solar panels. I don't know if you know that. That's called black solar. They make way much power with from the sun, especially in the morning and the evening. So they not need a good angle at the sun to produce.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? Solar Edge, solar monitoring app for Android. Yes. Time you get your solar powered mobile home ready. Boom.
It's good. It's on solar right now.
But isn't solar?
Yeah, I think let's see. I have where am I at right now? 13.6 volts.
Nice. So that's let's say it's around 12 volts, and the whole mobile idea is about 12 volt, right?
Right.
But what kind of battery?
Yeah, I'm gonna check. It's just it's two just regular car batteries.
Yeah, that okay. Yeah, I was thinking about a battery with, like I said, 18650 cells. Just like Tesla is doing, just like the power pack for what was it, $300?
Yeah, I was trying to get some 650s or whatever. I was trying to get some in a bulk buy.
Hey, wait for the hurricane. Open the windows, and you don't need a van.
Yeah, I still don't have enough power to run the refrigerator, so that's on propane.
Nice. That's what I'm aiming at also, because I also got one that can run on propane or run on electricity. That's seeming fun. I don't know. When shit hits the fan. Hmm? Nice. No air conditioning.
Yeah, right. Too expensive.
For good old American boy. Come on.
But yeah, I used to live out in the desert where it was like 120 before I got on the project. So
Okay.
it's as long as there's no humidity, I'm okay.
Hot.
Yeah.
Ever been to the Burning Man event?
No, I know somebody that's going though. I don't really want to hang out with those kind of people.
Yeah, I find it interesting.
It'd be fun, but I just that's too many people for me, and then too many people that are drug addicts, to be honest.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of lunatics going out there.
Yeah, it's a little too crazy for me. I don't even like being in large crowds, so.
Oh, okay, no. Yeah, no hard feeling or something. Just asking. Yeah, I've seen footage of it, and well, I like it.
Yeah,
I like when people are creative and do things that they don't do in normal life.
Right. Yeah, I guess last year's was pretty awesome. They had like 50 or 60,000 people show up.
Yeah, in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Alright guys, well if there's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. I'll stay on the call if anyone else wants to continue talking, but I just want to, I guess, go ahead and wrap up.
Just stop it.
Go ahead and wrap up the recording. I don't think there's anything else that we needed to get into the recording. So thanks for watching on YouTube. Please give me a thumbs up and all that stuff. And I'll see you next weekend, if not sooner. Bye.